I would like to thank Tony P for sending me this story. Now, I didn't plan on doing a commentary about this particular case until I learned the role that Al Roker played in it after the fact. So let me give you a little bit of a backstory. The man on the left, his name is Jeremy Capel. I think I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. He is a meteorologist, or he was a meteorologist, and meteorologists, they are only known for, doing the weather. That's what they're there for. They talk about the weather and nothing else. They don't do the regular anchor news like other people do. You have your weather person, you have your traffic people, and then you have your anchors that do the news, and that's it. The only other people that's up there is probably your sports anchors, and that's what they're regulated to as well, is sports. So Jeremy decided that he was going to say some shit about Dr. King. And ironically, Dr. King's birthday is right around the corner. So they were talking about Dr. Martin Luther King Park. They were talking about, it says Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Square Park in downtown Rochester, New York. And what happened was Jeremy held up a photograph and decided to call it Dr. Coon King Park, or something to that fact. But I know that the word coon was in his description. Now, we all know that was not on the goddamn teleprompter. We know that for certain. We know that was for certain, that was not there. He went completely off script with that. Now, these white folks so-called claim they love Dr. King so much. And if it's anything they're going to fire somebody over when it comes to somebody black, it's if you disrespect that guy. Because that's exactly what they did to Jeremy Capel. After that incident right there, he was fired. They didn't put him on leave or anything like that. They just straight up fired him. That doesn't mean, though, he won't get picked up and put somewhere else. Because like we say, they don't get fired, they get rehired and or transferred. He most likely will end up somewhere else, especially if he had a good reputation up until that point. So the part where Al Roker comes in, and this actually pretty much got discovered today, is he decided he's going to tow that water for Jeremy Capel. Now, Al Roker, you should know better. Because if my memory serves me correctly, a couple years ago, now 3 years ago, I can't believe how fast the time goes, when the issue happened at the Olympics, the Summer Olympics down in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in South America, excuse me, you had the incident that happened with Ron Lochte and those two other white swimmers who did what they did, and they should have faced way more consequences, if you ask me. And then you had Billy Bush that came there and defended what they did. And you, Al Roker, actually were the good voice of reason. And it shocked a lot of people because we didn't see you as the type to really jump out there like that. And, Billy Bush came under fire for that. Hell, you even took some slings and arrows for even going against him for what he said. And also, you got to think, too, you and Tamron Hall had the number one rated portion of the Today Show in that slot, in that 9 o'clock slot, until Megyn Kelly came in and swooped and pulled the rug from underneath the both of you. Ended up making Tamron Hall leave, and you just got regulated back to doing whatever it is that you were doing. So when you take those two instances and put those together, and then you come back and you defend this, that makes me look at you side-eye. Like, he called Dr. Martin Luther King a coon on national television when it was not meant for it to be said. And this was a white guy that said that. And these were his words. He said he made an unfortunate flub. To me, that's what we call a Freudian slip. Now, I didn't hear when he actually said it, but if he tried to go back and switch what he said to try to cover it up so people didn't hear it, but we already heard it, that was a Freudian slip. And I know white people are known to do that. That's basically saying something you didn't mean to say, well, you meant to say it, but not in that instance. It just slipped out. But an unfortunate flub? No. He meant exactly what he said. He said exactly how he felt. If that's really how Jeremy Capel felt, and let's just hypothetically say that it is, he's one of the few people in 2019, the few white people that doesn't like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. because we know that white people uphold him to some kind of standard and try to use him as a weapon to go against black people. They do it all the time. He said, I think Jeremy Capel made an unfortunate flub and should be given the chance to apologize on News 8, on News 10, NBC. Anyone who has done live TV and screwed up, Google any number of ones I've done, understands. Roker, the weather anchor for the NBC morning show, added. And it says, Richard Reingold accused Capel of using a racial slur, and it's the general manager for NBC News. He says that the station's broadcast of the word disheartens and disgusts me, and that it was not caught immediately is inexcusable. He said, they said they did not immediately interrupt our broadcast and apologize on the spot. Hey, he got exactly what he deserved. Al Roker, you do not need to toe the water for this guy. Let him hold his own goddamn nuts. He's going to be fine regardless. He's going to be good. You need to watch yourself though, because if this happens to you, let's hypothetically put it this way, Al Roker. If you was to say and do in your words an unfortunate flub that could cost you your job, and Jeremy Capel was on the other end, do you think that he will come to your defense? And you're more well known than he is. Everybody knows who Al Roker is. I didn't know who this Jeremy Capel guy was until today. So you may want to tread lightly, Al Roker, because you just, for a lot of black people, you just got back in their good graces because of the way you handled that Billy Bush situation a couple years ago and how people gravitated towards you and Tamron Hall before Megyn Kelly came over and worked her witchcraft and bumped y'all out of that slot. Now you're starting to rescind back into that position where a lot of black people are like, really? It may be one thing that a lot of black people may not gravitate towards Dr. King so much, opposed to how much they will gravitate more to to Malcolm X. But at the end of the day, he was still one of ours. A lot of people still hold him in a high regard. And for this white guy to sit up there and say what he said, that sounded real personal. And to be honest, I would not be surprised if Jeremy Capel got that word from a black person he probably heard call Martin Luther King. He probably heard a black person call Martin Luther King Jr. a coon, and that's why he said what he said on there. But that was not the time or the place, nor was he the right person or the person in general to say something like that on national television when describing a landmark, a park. I don't know, because like I said, I didn't see the actual clip of him doing it. But I wonder if anyone did see it. Did they pull his plug? Did they mute his mic? And like I said, he's a meteorologist. Just talk about the weather. That's it. Nothing else. That's all you had to talk about, unless it was something that they wanted to insert in there for you to mention, which was probably what they did right here. But I'm very sure that the word coon was not in the script. So I don't care what happens to Jeremy Capel. He got fired, so what? It's not like he won't be able to get a job elsewhere. Al Roker, this is not your fight. If no one else came to his defense, why did you? Let another one of his cohorts do it. That is none of your concern. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. The links will be in the description. I will talk to you in the next one.